Hello there, my friends. Welcome back to another Lost Ark video. In today's video, it's Topical Tuesday. We're doing the Reddit thing. More importantly, patch notes just dropped about 15 minutos ago, and I haven't read them. About to hit it up. Cookie preference, you got it, boss. Accept all, just for you. But what we got going on here is Lost Ark Chase the Storm. Chase the Storm updates arrives in Arcadia tomorrow. Downtime will begin on September 11th. Never forget. God rest his soul. Jesus Christ, I'm tired. It's my bedtime. I'm actually about to head to bed right after I record this. My schedule is very inverted of most normal Americans, let me tell you. But that's just how it be sometimes. Working the night shift, the early morning. At least Henry is chilling. He's loving it. He's always in the O. Chipper as ever. Behemoth raid. This is the main thing that's coming in the patch, along with some smaller QOL stuff and, well, I mean, whatever else they want to add. But Behemoth raid is the big thing that they're adding, and something that I am hesitant about. 16-player raid. Chaos Guardian Behemoth, a follower of Varkan, blah blah blah. I'm not reading the RP bullshit. So Behemoth was injured during the events. Wow, he's now reappeared with the Chaos Guardians. Damn, that's cool. 16-player raid against Behemoth grants honing mats and weapon transcendence to players that beat his ass. You have 8 revives. 2-gate raid. Requires item level 1620 in our version. No Sidereal or allied force skills in the raid. Just 16-player group to kill the mans. With Behemoth releasing at item level 1620 instead of 1640, players who have watched Korean Behemoth guides or videos may notice some differences in the Western version, including raid balance and rewards. So what does this mean? I mean, it's really up for interpretation, I suppose. And I guess we'll end up seeing what this means when we're able to go in and, like, look ourselves. But maybe they made some Western-only, like, mechanic changes. I'm not sure. I haven't seen the fights in the Korean version. I usually don't look at stuff until we get it. I don't look closely at stuff. But we'll have to see if it's more than just an HP nerf, I suppose. Weapon Transcendence. Behemoth introduces a new avenue for powering up your character. Weapon Transcendence. Transcendence functions very similar to armor, but it's used with materials earned from Behemoth. Yes, we know. You can reinforce and improve your weapon's basic effects by using ancient power sealed within the runes. Weapon Transcendence takes place at the same vendor. Players can begin Weapon Transcendence after clearing Gate 1 of Behemoth. Weapon Transcendence level 6 and 7 will be available after clearing Gate 2. You'll receive a first-time clear reward of 100 scales to help progress through Weapon Transcendence. Similar to Armor Transcendence Restoration tickets, Weapon Transcendence Restoration tickets will be added to help players progress through the new system ahead of Tier 4. Overall, I think this is good. I'm not sure if it's going to require the exact same number of scales or dark fires as it did for Armor. I'm sure I could go look up the Korean values for how many scales it costs to fully transcend your weapon, but 100 is a good starting point, I would say. Especially if you... I'm assuming most people want to finish their weapon transcendence before the next raid comes out, and I think this is probably a good way to help get them there. Either way. New quests and general additions. Yes, yes. Some quests, titles, trophy, MVP background, new movement effect, cool. New card is Behemoth. New book set. Events. Chase the Storm progression event. A new mission-based progression event helps players push a character from item level 1600 to 1620. Key item level for both Behemoth and the upcoming release of Tier 4 in October. Okay, cool. So I guess I'm going to get to push, hopefully, another character for cheap. Hopefully. I guess my gunslinger, since it's my only 1600. I'm not super excited about that prospect, but I guess I'll have 7 characters at 1620. I don't know. But, in addition to helping with honing, the event will also help players prepare by granting key progression materials, such as elixirs and transcendence mats. The event has 3 mission categories: honing a con gear, clearing Ivory Tower, and clearing Theamine Legion Raid. Honing a con gear will grant honing books to boost percentages and a ton of bound gold to help players hone their gear. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh at that. A ton of bound gold. That made me laugh, though. Just, I'm getting flashbacks to when they said... I'm paraphrasing here, but it was something like a bit less gold in relation to the solo raid announcement, and then it was like 40% of the value. So a ton of bound gold, you're probably looking at like a 5k lump sum, like at most, maybe 10k if they're feeling like spicy. So don't spend all that gold in one place. That's like, what, 20 clicks of a hone? So really kind of, you know, make sure it lasts. Clearing Ivory Tower will grant potent elixirs and catalysts, so that's good. Clearing Theamine will grant Dark Fire and Transcendence Rune Restoration tickets for armor, which is good. Blooming Mokoko, so the Blooming Mokoko event is the one where you pick up the Mokoko seeds and mostly get silver, but sometimes you get the jackpot and it's fire. This time granting larger amounts of bound gold than previous years. Okay, cool. So instead of the jackpot being like, what was it? I can't remember. Was the jackpot 50k or 100k? I feel like it was one of those two numbers. I just cannot remember because I just don't remember. It's been a minute, brother. It's been a year and some change. You'll receive random amounts of silver and gold by finding blooming Mokokos. The more Mokokos you find, the better your chances. You can participate once per account in a region per day. The event can be entered at Wavestrand Port. That's where they hold it last time, man. And it lasts until the 9th. This is a fire event, honestly. I enjoyed doing it. I enjoyed doing it last time. Even if you mostly get nothing, even if you're massively unlucky, you'll still hit something some days. I mean, of course, you're going to have the one guy who never got a single gold coin in his life. Just hope it's not you. That's all I can really say. Oktoberfest comes back, though. Event shop grants important progression materials, such as fusion mats. I'm really glad they name-dropped fusion mats, because thank fucking God. Give me more fusion mats, please, and thank you. Transcendence restoration tickets, which actually save a lot of gold, so these are kind of fire. Low-key, I don't think many people are talking about the restoration tickets, but these actually kind of go dummy hard. And potent elixirs. Potent elixirs are just also fire, equally so. They're just silver elixirs, which is essentially makes them free to cut. Along with seasonal themed items, October event coins will be earnable through normal daily activities to help you prepare for Tier 4 without requiring additional steps. And it's only going to last until October 9th. Double Fate Ember event. The drop rate for Fate Embers in both Chaos Dungeons and Guardian Raids will be doubled from September 11th, never forget, to October 9th. To help players gain additional materials and rewards in a fun way alongside the array of other events. The loot tables will stay the same. I mean, I'm not going to complain about this. Doubling the drop rate is just like a benefit, you know? I mean, they didn't have to do it. It's not like major, but it's also not bad. I mean, I'm all for it, you know what I mean? And then ongoing events extended. Each of the following events have been extended until October 9th. Maharaka event and daily quest. Ancient silver coins have been added to the event shop for players with excess coins. Cool. They should have just had this in there from the beginning. Super Mokoko Express is still going. Volda's Power Pass still going. Weekly Chaos Dungeon Purification event is still going. Daily Playtime is still going. And then they refreshed the daily login rewards, and then they added new Fever events to grant extra mats for people as they prepare into Tier 4. Cool. Overall, pretty good. I'll touch on it a little bit more, but store updates, swimwear, and Neria's wardrobe will be extended until the 9th. Progression updates. Oh yeah, this is the stuff that is also fire that was coming. Armor Transcendence levels 4 through 6 will be available after clearing Gate 2 Theamine on any difficulty rather than just hard, and level 7 will be available after Gate 3 on any difficulty. About goddamn time. Locking shit behind hard mode is fucking asinine, and it just should not have ever existed. I mean, I'm just being honest here, man. Ugh. Splitting a player base is never the move, pretty much ever, right? And that's all it did. It just split the casuals from the non-casuals. The non-casuals were never going to play with the casuals. Why does it matter if the casuals get the shit that the non-casuals get? It just doesn't make sense, man. And then the amazing elixir thing. Epic elixirs have been removed about time. So the only thing that exists now are legendary elixirs. You can still use them if you have them, but they will not be removed from your inventories. Solo mode now drops elixirs, and normal also drops elixirs. Legendary elixirs, excuse me. Half of the number that hard mode grants. Fair enough. So this also does mean that legendary elixirs exist at item level 1600 now, because they're the only type of elixir that exists, which is good. Overall, I personally am not looking forward to progging Behemoth. I feel like this is going to be a pain in my ass to do, but in the off chance that it's a super chill raid and it's actually not that hard to do, I'm all for it. I'm just even thinking about the logistics of Gate 0, because again, I'm in NA West, and it's kind of rough hugging stuff past, like, the first 2 days outside of, like, I want to say, like, 6 to 7 p.m. Pacific time up until, like, 1 to 2 a.m. Because you have to keep in mind that NA West has, like... Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it had more Oceanic players than it does actual, like, West Coast players. So, the prime time feels a bit off. I don't know. I'm just looking at it from a perspective from me. Because I play at weird hours, and I want to raid at really weird hours, too. So I know I'm not doing myself any favors there, and I'm just thinking of, like, the logistics of trying to get this shit done. Because I already don't get all my stuff done, and that's by choice. I'll 100% admit it. But if I look for a lobby and I don't see a very good lobby, or I see, like, a 1610 lobby for Theomine with, like, roster level 150s, yeah, man, I'm not going to join it. I'm just not. I don't want to clear the raid that much. I'd rather just pass if there's no, like, 1620 lobby that looks half decent. And most of the time there isn't, so that's why I just don't get it done. Full pugging shit is hard right now in West. But overall, I think this is a pretty solid patch for what it brings, and I'm super excited about the event stuff. Blooming Mokoko event, I just enjoy it. I think it's fun. Double Fate Embers is fire. Oktoberfest, I mean, another event shop's never bad. Silver Coins is good. Overall, I'd say it's a W patch for what it is. I'm just, like, hesitant about Behemoth. Can't wait to get double of nothing from the Fate Ember event. True. But still, they didn't have to do it, so better to not, or better to have it than to not have it. A ton of bound gold to help players own their gear. 15k, damn. Yeah, 15k is too generous, I was thinking. 10k, yeah, that's more what I was thinking. 10k. Let's refresh it and see if anything else has popped up here. Just a summary of it. I mean, this is just the average cost from honing 1620 or 1600 to 1620. I don't know where he gets 50k from a 1620 pass, but I don't know. I don't know, man. We'll have to see. We will have to see. Anyways, let me see what's been popping on this Reddit over the last week. I did see this, the NA East stuff. This is pretty cool. I think stuff like this is really, really fire. It's just like a community for, like, newer / returning players to do raids and find like-minded people to do raids with. I think it's very, very cool. I'm all about it. this game needs more community building stuff like this, which is why I always try to shout it out whenever I do see it. And then this, I remember this post, or reading this post, and I was like, yeah, I kind of fuck with this post too. Unpopular opinion, I wish there was a method where I could truly only play one character. No, I'm not talking about making 6 alts, I'm not talking about running 3 raids and logging off. I really wish one day we could just play one main, do all the content, 18 raids or whatever, on that character and not worry about alts. They want rosters to be the norm, just have your main earn less up at the 3rd raid. Honestly, I don't even think you should do that. Personally. I think you really should just be able to do the raids on the character and not reduce the amount of gold that you earn. I understand why they do it, because they want you to make more characters, spend money. That's the idea, that's the cycle, that's the treadmill. But I look at things from a playability point of view, and I know that's not the smartest thing to do. I am aware why things are how they are, is what it is. And then, of course, this, I think a lot of Reddit people don't take this in the correct mindset. I don't think he's saying you can't play a singular character, since, like, this guy's like, I've done single character since Kangol, 1640 item level with all elixir transcendence. Okay, I don't think that's what he was saying. He's not saying that you can't play the game with one character, but playing one character right now, you get to do 3 raids, and that's it. That's not much gameplay. He's suggesting that he can play one character, but still get the gameplay out of, as if he was playing 6, right? Because essentially, the game is built around having 6 characters. I mean, there would not be a 6-character limit if they did not expect you to play 6 characters, right? That's my opinion, I guess, but it makes the most sense to me. And I think he's just talking about it from a doing shit perspective, a gameplay perspective, less so a literal, you cannot play one character and progress in this game, because you can, obviously you can. But I don't think that's what he was saying. I mean, I know that's not what he was saying. But overall, I do think it's something that I have asked for a very long time. It, like, just in my head. But I know it'll never happen. Because the way that I would look at it is, I guess in my theoretical version of this, you wouldn't be able to run the same raid again. So, like, on your main character, your one character, you'd be able to go through all of the older raids, and you don't need to reduce the amount of gold that you earn in the older raids, since the gold's already fucking reduced to, like, nothing as it is. But at least you could run them and get something out of them. But I don't know. The more I think about that, and even back then, when there were less raids, the more I think about that, the less I'm just like, do I really want to go back and run Vicus and Vault and Clown and all that shit for, like, scraps? Probably not. Even if I did, would I want to play with the players that I would get matched with? Again, probably not. Because who else would be running that shit? But then again, if it was like this, then maybe there'd be more juice characters running this shit too, so it wouldn't just be like Infinite Lobby Simulator 1 and JL 2. I don't know. I'm tired. I'm done yapping. Hopefully you guys get the general idea of what I'm trying to say there. Anyways, oh, Chase the Storm update gift. What do we got going on here? Hold on. Downtime will begin. Fuck. I hate going on Twitter, man. So we get a gift. We have a Chase the Storm update gift. Transcendence Rune Restoration Ticket Armor ×5. Chaos Dungeon Rest Bonus ×4. Cube Ticket Selector ×3. Legendary Elixir Box ×2. Weapon Tickets ×10. And Silver Chests. Okay, cool. Good thing to end it on. Anyways, guys, with that, I think that's it. I'm out of here. I'm gonna go to bed. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, like the video if you like it. Subscribe if you want to see other bullshit from me. Pretty much post every single day. Just stuff that I enjoy and I like. That's it. Consider becoming a member. Thank you to all my members. Blitzel, Remix My Life. I'm Nufu. It's Biscuits Ender. Diz. You guys are all the greatest. I love you all. Mwah. I'm outie. Bye.